The first Legend of Zelda game was released back in 1986, a game designed by Shigeru Miyamoto and Takashi Tezuka for the NES, and it was the first of 19 major console games and a slew of spin-offs. It sold over 80 million copies as of 2017, and it's considered to be one of the greatest video game franchises of all time. So with years of games, the franchise has developed quite the lore, and even some hardcore fans of the game don't know everything there is to know about its history and the hidden secrets within its games. So today we're counting down the top 10 things you didn't know about The Legend of Zelda. And at number 10, make Thunder your bitch. Breath of the Wild is one of the most immersive RPGs to date. The open world title has meticulous attention to detail and features a bunch of mechanics that make it much more realistic. For example, let's take a look at the rainstorms. A rainstorm will make surfaces slippery, making them hard to climb. In addition to that, if you're holding a metal weapon or a shield during a storm, there's a good chance that you may get struck by lightning. But did you know that you can use that to your advantage? Now before it happens, you're given a small warning. Your items start sparking. But rather than store them in your inventory like most do, if you're fighting an enemy or have a foe nearby, toss your weapon at them, and bam! The bolt will hit them instead of you. A bit easier said than done because timing is everything, but it's super effective. And at number 9, shop during bad weather. Speaking of bad weather, here's another advantage that you can score when it's pouring out. If you're out and about in Breath of the Wild and happen to spot a merchant, and the weather ain't pleasant, you can actually get way better prices and sometimes even rare items. They often offer up a rainy day special too, so get stocking up, friends. Up next, number 8, sharks. This one is often considered to be an infamous Easter egg found in Ocarina of Time, the shark at the bottom of the lakeside laboratory. It's motionless, imprisoned behind bars, and is never explained by the lake scientist or by anything else in the game. Funny enough, that's not the only time a shark has shown up in the series. In Majora's Mask 3D at the ocean fishing hole, if you have a sinking lure, you can catch a savage shark. Up next, number 7, Princess Zelda. The Princess of Hyrule is one of the most iconic female video game characters to date. Just like Link, there have been different incarnations of the character across various installments of the game, and sometimes her personality varies slightly due to her backstory and upbringing, but generally she's depicted as kind and benevolent. Well, it turns out that she's actually named after another famous Zelda, Zelda Fitzgerald. According to Miyamoto, Zelda was the name of the wife of a famous novelist, F. Scott Fitzgerald. She was a famous and beautiful woman from all accounts, and I like the sound of her name, so I took the liberty of using her name for the very first Zelda title. And it's sometimes as simple as that. Up next, number 6, loot Guardians. Guardians in Breath of the Wild can be pretty terrifying to go up against if you're not well equipped, but kill one and you can score yourself some pretty valuable loot. But how do you score that loot when you find one already dead on your travels? Well, there's a few ways to knock them over and still get yourself some ancient screws. If the Guardian is above water, you can use an ice block rune to tip it over. If it's on land and there's a metal object nearby, you can use that to push it on its side. Up next, number 5, the Triforce. When you think of The Legend of Zelda, the Triforce is likely one of the first visuals to come to mind. It's a symbol that's synonymous with the series, yet it actually has a history of its own outside of the games. It's the symbol of a Japanese clan, a historic family which the Triforce symbol is based on. They're called the Hojo clan, founded in the 12th century, who are known for fostering Zen Buddhism along with leading a successful opposition to the Mongol invasions of Japan. But there was a lot of resentment towards their reign, which led them to being overthrown. Up next, number 4, visual throwbacks. The series is filled with throwbacks to previous games. For example, in Wind Waker, Ganondorf's swords have engravings on them that reference 2 blacksmiths from Majora's Mask, Subaru and Gubaru, the ones who lived on top of Snowhead Mountain. And again in Wind Waker, when you visit the sunken Hyrule Castle, you'll probably notice a stained glass window. Look closer and you'll see that it's telling the story of Ocarina of Time. And another one that spawned a lot of interesting fan theories, yeah, Talon and Ingo from the Lon Lon Ranch are nods to Mario and Luigi. Up next, number 3, appearances. Ask anyone who's played or even heard of The Legend of Zelda and they'll know that Link is the series protagonist. While he's changed a lot over the years aesthetically from time to time, we've seen different versions of him too, just like Zelda. And he's appeared in every single Zelda game to date. He's not the only one with that record though. Another character, or rather enemy, has appeared in every single Zelda game too, the Octoroks. They've also changed in appearance over the years, becoming arguably more gruesome at times, and have even had different types, like the grass type in Skyward Sword or the ocean Octorok from Spirit Tracks. But regardless, they've always been consistent in one way, trying to kill Link. And at number 2, we have Battle Bottle. One of the most memorable moments in Ocarina of Time is the final battle with Ganondorf. At the beginning of the fight, Ganondorf bounces a ball of energy back and forth with you using your Master Sword in order to volley it back at him and ultimately hit him. The Master Sword is supposed to be the be-all end-all weapon, the weapon you needed to defeat him. But turns out you can actually use something else to volley that ball of energy back and forth, an empty bottle. Yep, who'da thunk? And last but not least, in at number 1, Miyamoto. Shigeru Miyamoto is a legend. The man has been integral in making Nintendo and many of its beloved franchises what they are today. At an early age, Miyamoto would explore the nature around his home, small expeditions around the Kyoto countryside that would would inform his work later on in The Legend of Zelda. But interestingly enough, Miyamoto had some different thoughts on how one game in the series was supposed to pan out. Initially for Ocarina of Time, he wanted the game to be in first person. And it almost happened too. You were supposed to be able to walk around Hyrule in first person, which would then seamlessly shift into third person whenever Link entered combat. Designer Yoshiaki Kozumi convinced him otherwise, having worked previously on Super Mario 64 and knowing a thing or two about 3D. But Miyamoto did get his way on one aspect of the game, and a pretty major one too. With Ocarina of Time, Miyamoto wanted to focus on characters and relationships, and have those drive the story, not just tell a good story. His inspiration for this was Twin Peaks, having watched the show and admired its characters and how they overshadowed the plot. So that's why there's so many NPCs in the game that interact with Link. Alright, there we have it, friends. How many of these facts did you already know? How many surprised you? Give us a shout in those comments below and let us know. There's also a lot of other facts about the game that we left out this time around, so if you'd like to see a part 2, make sure you click on that like button. And also be sure to subscribe to Top 10 Gaming for all things video games, from news to lists to highlights and updates. In the meantime though, thanks for watching everybody. I'll catch you all in the next video.